afternoon, everyone. Can you hear me okay?
Yes. Yes,
My name
please.
is William Achauer. I'm Editorial Director for Business Economics, Politics, and Law books at Springer Nature, and I'm joining you all today from Singapore, where I'm based. First of all, I would like to thank Henry and Mabel for the opportunity to say a few words to introduce this new volume to the open access book series, China and Globalization, which is published under the editorial leadership of both Henry and Mabel at CCG. In March of 2022, the fourth volume of the series was published under the title China and the World in a Changing Context: Perspectives from Ambassadors to China. That volume presented hands-on experiences ambassadors to China from around the world describe about their country's collaboration with China in terms of areas such as trade and investment, regional economic cooperation, sustainable development, technology and innovation, entrepreneurship, green partnerships, just to name a few. Many of the ambassadors provided in their essays historic overviews of the relations their countries have had with China going back many decades. To date, China and the World in a Changing Context has received an impressive 163,000 chapter downloads, as well as 6 citations. As with all the volumes published in the China and Globalization series, the fourth book in the series was a success in terms of worldwide reach and readership. It's also terrific that the Chinese language edition of China and the World in a Changing Context will be published by World Affairs Press in conjunction with today's event. Today, we are delighted to celebrate the release of the 7th volume to appear in China and Globalization. This book again features compelling contributions by many ambassadors from around the world to China. The ambassadors reflect upon the bilateral relationships with China, prospects for deepening cooperation, as well as the future development in a world in which China is increasingly an essential part of the overall equation. The title of the book is The Future of China's Development and Globalization: Views from Ambassadors to China. A small number of ambassadors who contributed to China and the World in a Changing Context reappear in this new volume with new chapters, and many new voices from countries around the world feature in this new book. CCG, over its complete history, has made a profound effort to recognize and highlight the unique role of ambassadors, and it has strived to cement lasting relationships with those who are represented by developing and developed nations from everywhere around the planet. The Ambassadors Roundtable is a fine example of such efforts, and it is a regular and eagerly anticipated part of CCG's annual China and Globalization Forum. The book is divided into 3 main sections, covering the history and current state of relations with China, perspectives on major issues, and how various countries are working with China to face these, as well as the future of development in a world in which China has a more pronounced and pivotal role. Section 1, entitled The Ebb and Flow of Relations with China, provides an overview of several key countries' relations with the People's Republic of China from a historical perspective up to the present. Section 2 of the book is entitled On the Issues: The Immense Potential. It focuses on individual issues that China and countries around the world are focusing on with respect to development and global recovery. Section 3, the final section of this book, is entitled Global Development and a Future with China, and it focuses on continued development and roads forward as the world continues to change. In the spirit of the China and Globalization book series, as a highly impactful forum for important and productive dialogue concerning the world's future, I'd like to congratulate all the ambassadors, as well as Henry and Mabel, for making this new volume possible. Thank you.